Hi grade 3. So today you're learning how to make pictographs and bar graphs in numbers. So you're going to receive this file that's called Creating Graphs, and you'll see at the top there's different tabs. You're going to have the first 3 tabs in your document. So the checklist, my example, and the blank template. So on this first page, this is just a checklist to help you make sure that you're able to do different skills within numbers when you're creating your graphs. So the first one says, I can draw images, I can create a pictograph, I can create a bar graph from a number table, I can format a bar graph with a title, access names, and colors, I can add text, and I can add audio. So if you can check those off at the end of this task to say you can do that, that's wonderful. This is your success criteria. So you'll see on the second page here, this is my example of what your graphs should look like. So Miss M did a little experiment to see which way Ozobot went in different circumstances, and she kept track if Ozobot went on path A, path B, or path C, and I used a pictograph to show that data. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're going to do is make a pictograph. Now, Miss M, these are drawn Ozobots using the draw tool in numbers, and then I just duplicated it. However, you can also use a numbers shape. So remember, you get that by pressing the plus, and then all of the different shapes are here. So when we go down here, then I made a graph here which shows my data. So you can see here I have a bar graph that shows which path does Ozobot prefer, and I have my data in a table. So now I'm going to show you what you're going to do with your data and how to make a table and a bar graph like I have here. So on the third page, you're going to have your blank template where you're going to put your pictograph, okay, at the top. I've given you the option to do a picture for 1 choice, or if you have lots of data, you can do a picture for 10 choices. And then this down here is where your table and your bar graph will go. And I'm going to show you how to add a bar graph now. So over here, you can see that I have data. I have, for option A, I have 6. Option B, I have 5, option C, I have 2, option D, I have 1. Now, in numbers, what's great is you can take data from a table and make a bar graph really easily. All you need to do is tap on your data and highlight it like I've done. See, it's in the blue box. Then I just press the plus, and I go to graphs, and I'm going to press the bar graph because that's what you're going to be making today. Okay, now I have a bar graph that says option A, 6, option B, 5, option C, 2, option D, 1. Now, like everything with numbers, you can format it using the paintbrush, but there's one trick. One thing that I want to do first is I don't like that all these bars are blue. I want to make them different colors, and this actually isn't in the paintbrush. You have to tap it, and you have to do edit references. Okay, now you'll see that my data is going vertically, but I want each individual horizontal, A, B, C, D. So I press this wheel, and I want to see plot rows as series because I want each row 6, 5, 2, 1 to be my data. And then I just press done. And you'll see now it's different colors because my data is organized horizontally. Now, if I want to add more changes to my graph, all I do is I tap it, and then I press the paintbrush. And when I go into the paintbrush here, I have all these options. I have styling the chart, style, data, arrange. So the first thing I want to make sure that I have is a title. Okay, here if I wanted to change the chart type for any reason, I can do that here. Okay, if I want to then go into the style, let's say I want to make it a little bit more rounded. Okay, if I wanted to make a bigger space between the columns, if I want to add grid lines, if I want to add a chart border. Okay, major and minor grid lines, that just shows what the number of the data is more clearly. Labels. Okay, if I want to change the font of the chart to something else, I can do that here. Okay, and then if I want to add names to the axes, which I should do because every good graph says what the X and the Y axis are, and I'll show you how to edit that after. Down here, series values. This shows the number in my graph. See, like this, and I really like that. Now if I go back into formatting, okay, I see if there's anything else I want to change. And I think after I finish, I'm going to lock it in place. But for now, I have my different options here, and I can double tap on my title and give it a name. Okay, and then I just double tap again on the axis, and I can just say number of times. Oh, that's not the number of times, that is the options. Okay, and then this is the number of times. But you just double tap on each axis to be able to edit it. Now, it's a pretty decent looking graph here that I've got. You can format it in lots of different ways. One other cool thing you can do is if you tap on it and you do edit series. Now the series is each of these bars. Okay, and now I see I have option A is blue, option B is green, option C is yellow, option D is red. If I tap on it, this is where I can change the color of this, and something else really cool, if I tap on it, I can also make it an image. So if I want this data to show an image that represents it, you can just go to change image, and then you can select an image, and you can see here it's the grass like that. If you go back, you can just change it to a color if you don't like it. And those are some of the ways that you can format your graph. So when you're all finished your work, you've filled out your own pictograph and your bar graph, what you're gonna do is maybe make it a little bit smaller. I did that by pinching. Okay, is you are going to take a screenshot, or you can take a video of your data in your bar graph, and you're going to add that to the activity in Seesaw. I hope you have lots of fun making your pictographs and your bar graphs in Numbers, and I can't wait to see them.